Day one of free agency, and no, it's not in the books. The 49ers may continue to splash out there. It's legal tampering day in the NFL. I said that wrong earlier on the Wayne Breezy Show. Mike, you ready to get into it?
You damn right.
Y'all better smash that like button while y'all listen to this. What's going on, everybody out there? It is your host with the most from the BAM Show. The Wayne Breezy, Mike Andrews in the building. Yes, we are live, kicking it back on Monday because there's some stuff to talk about, some stuff we want to address. Mike, it is legal tampering. I feel weird saying that word tampering. I feel like it's weird to say for some reason. I don't know if it's because it has the word tamp in it, and when you say tamp, the first thing that comes to mind is a tamp pond.
You on to something? Oh, okay. I had your back. I was gonna try to spell it, but yeah, I got you. So
I just defer. So I say, so I think earlier in the show I was like, it's legal tamping, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the word. Like, well, I mean, maybe they are trying to plug up some things out there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the 49ers looking to plug some things up out there. Mike, we got some 49ers news we're going to talk about and discuss for sure. Any expectations, Mike? Did you have any expectations going into today for the 49ers? I mean, I feel like you like what's going down, and that's dope, you know what I'm saying? And we'll get into that, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to get your thoughts on, you know, what's going down.
Well, there's not a lot going down. There's a lot of people leaving. Right?
We got 4 people leaving. We'll go over that. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of people leaving, and you said it was a splash. It's more like a drop, right? It's like one of those little
That's
joints.
Cool,
you know what I mean? Like
just a splash. I mean, wait, because depending on the size of the splash, you know what I'm saying? So a splash is a splash. It could be a big splash. It could be a small splash.
Oh, see, you say splash. I think you're getting hit with the bucket of water or a cannonball, right?
Either way, it's like a cannonball splash is greater than a bucket of water splash, right?
I got them kind of the same.
They're definitely not the same.
You think you're going to get hit with more or less water?
I think you'll get hit with that's a good question. You might get hit with, depending on how big the bucket is.
All right. Yes, that's true too.
That's what I'm saying. So they're both splashes, but they different sizes of the splashes.
It's the different size of the splash. Okay. So as far as like acquisitions, the Niners have the issue, Wayne, is that if we being honest, they've been sending mixed signals all offseason, right? Okay. Like, what have we heard that would give us an idea that we're going to be active? Right? It's like, oh, we've been spending too much cash. We gotta chill out. And then we're willing to trade Debo and Ayuk. So we gotta chill out on spending cash. We're willing to part ways with our 1 and 2 wide receiver. And they still want to make a deal work with the quarterback. So it's spending, dead cap, spending. I just don't see where we expected income. I don't see where we expected roster growth to be the thing. And so I'm not sure that we should have expected anything.
That's a good point, but I mean, there's always a way to work numbers. Like, numbers aren't final, and there's ways to move money around. So some people feel like they go into free agency with the 49ers expecting them to definitely address key holes. I think that's what you do kind of like in free agency. Like, you address some key positions or key holes that you need. And one of those needs, Mike, was the tight end two situation. Last year they brought in Eric Saubert. Now, going into the season, we talked about Eric Saubert. We looked him up. He was a good blocking tight end. He can catch, and then he was ass. So I just want to know, like shout out to all the Breezy Bunch crew members too out there, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate the support. If you want to support the channel, join the crew. Also, hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe. Jax Knox says, baby, the faithful is not happy. Go Niners. I'm trying to figure out why they're not happy. Mike, can you guess why they're not happy? Is the splash not big enough? I'm asking you now.
There's no splash. So far, the 49ers have acquired the 49ers have acquired 2 picks in the 2026 draft so far. That's what they've done today.
Compensatory picks. So just make sure you.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, comp picks based off, and that could change depending on if they do decide to make a splash later.
Correct, but they do make a splash. They go out and they sign tight end Luke Farrell. See, so you're equating it to it being a droplet.
He might not even see the field, bro.
Now I think he sees the field. I think he replenishes Eric Saubert, like who they're clearly moving on from. Because
did we see a lot of Saubert last year? How many snaps did I don't know the answer, and I don't want to. I'm
going to look it up, and I'm glad you asked that. Nope. I'm here. This is why I'm here, to look up the stuff to answer the questions that you have for me on the live show, and that's a great question because
we're gonna pay this dude $11 million
guaranteed
to replace Eric Saubert, a guy with what is it, like 60 career catch or 67 yards last year or something like that. Like this,
67 yards. How many catches did I say? 12 catches, 67 yards, 0 touchdowns. Now, as far as his blocking, I don't care about pass blocking. Like Mike, for a tight end, they're not going to have that many snaps to pass block on, right? Like, you mainly want the tight end and the run blocking sets. That's kind of like where you need them to be that extension.
Correct.
But you do expect them. They chip mostly, right? They're a chip.
Mm-hmm.
So if they get the chip right, it's 100% block. Like, you know what I mean? If it's effective.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you is, do you hold more weight on the chip blocking as a pass pro for the tight end, or do you want that run blocking grade to be high?
Well, you definitely want the run blocking grade to be high. Like
Okay.
that's, if they can't do that, get them off the field.
Okay.
You know, but it's just weird. Like, it's like, all right, I tweeted out. I'm sorry, I texted in our group chat like jokingly, "Oh, tight end too." I don't think he's
did you tweet that out? Because I know some people out there that may feel like you were so happy that we got this guy as a tight end too. Because currently he's the tight end too.
I put "let's go" in the tweet, but it was full of sarcasm. Like, I don't know if people detected it. No exclamation points. No, like just the letters.
No,
I don't at all. And so it's like,
I don't know. Oh, look, here's my thing, right? You said something to me, and statistically, he's a better run blocker than Eric Saubert. Just based off of the statistics that we have, that the metrics that we go by, the grading. I use PFF. You can tell it to eat it, whatever, or whatever. Or you can do whatever you want.
I'm with it.
But they do the grading. We have the metric. I have the numbers. So statistically, our new tight end, Luke Farrell, congratulations. Thank you for joining the 49ers, is a better run blocker. His grade, and I'm lying. I was wrong. He's always wrong. I did that to set everybody up. No, because I put out there, why didn't we just re-sign Eric Saubert? He'd be cheaper. We're trying to save money, so just go the cheaper route. Oh, because he don't block, you dickhead. He's not a great blocker. Okay, you're right. Don't shoot me. I was just asking the question to save money when we got to spend more money on the quarterback. And I'm sorry, Mike. The only thing I care about this offseason is extending George Kittle for the next 3 years and finding a way to bring back Dre Greenlaw. I could care less about anything else that happens, broski. Like, I really could care less. Those two pieces right there, to me, are vital for the offense and vital for the defense. Anything else you do is I can't even do that jump. That. It's a drop. Splash. I was trying to make the sound and cluck my cheek at the same time.
You got to give us the numbers. So how does he compare to Saubert? Like,
so just from a run blocking perspective, right? Now, he's a better pass protector. He's a better pass blocker. as a tight end. I'll give him that. Luke Farrell or Farrell, however you want to say his name. Better pass protector. I'll read you his grades, though. But 61.9, and I'm going to break this guy down. I'm going to do a film study on him on my Patreon. So join my Patreon, guys. All right? You'll get that. But seriously, 61.9 for Luke. Can you guess
Overall?
what Eric Saubert?
That was pass blocking.
That's run blocking.
Run blocking 61.9.
And can you guess? Do you think Eric? I already told you Saubert had a better run blocking grade, but can you guess the number? 60, 70s,
72.3.
It's lower. It's in the 60s, but it was higher. 63.3.
Barely higher. Okay.
But it's better. Higher is better. Higher. What? Let me you remember this question. I got to ask you a question. What is high? What is higher? What is learn? What is learning? What movie is that from?
Higher learning. Okay, come on.
But it took you forever to figure out what the hell I was talking about, bro.
Because all you said was what is high. I was ready to go. I didn't know where we was going with it. So
Gotcha.
I get it now. Okay.
Nah, you a little slow today, man.
I'm young though. I'm young. Come on, man.
You're not that much younger than 43, bro. Don't come in here with you do that you young. You young, girl.
We wasn't allowed to watch that kind of stuff. And
that was a good movie though. They didn't have any bad stuff in it.
It was full of swastikas and monkeys. You monkeys.
I mean, anyway, I meant as far as, yeah, you're right. All right. Troy, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being a member for 24 freaking months. That's 2 years, Mike. Can you do the math? That's 2 years, 12 and 12.
That's how long we just signed Luke Farrell for.
I thought it was a 3-year deal. Is it a 2-year deal?
Oh, snap. It's 3
No, I'm
years.
asking. I might have wrote my information wrong.
No, because it is a 3-year deal. I'm thinking it's a 2-year deal based off of the guarantees, though.
I thought it was a 2-year deal based off the guarantees, too. And so I felt like I've been saying it wrong, but I wrote it right, or vice versa, so it's crazy. All right, so just off the TOP, man, like, the production is worse. The run blocking grade is worse, but where you get better is probably where you could put him in on different personnel as far as the pass pro. Like that, like his pass blocking is damn near better than our offensive linemen. But
there's barely any pass blocking opportunities. This is how we started the show. They're not out there a whole lot.
And why are people telling me that he's just a better blocker?
Just because they're trying to find something positive to say, man. This is a signing that is going to overall be irrelevant. We could have picked up anybody else to do this. We could have drafted a rookie to do what he's going to do. Like let's stop the cap. This is the Niners coping. This is the Niners fan base trying to figure out a way to stay positive about something, man. Like this, he's going to be a special teams contributor. Maybe that'll be a boost. Maybe that'll be a step in the right direction. Does he have special teams rankings on PFF? Maybe that's something that we can.
I could go to, and that's what a lot. Everybody was saying his special team grade was a 72.2. All right, and Eric Saubert, I don't even think he plays special teams, but we'll check. Was a 71.6.
Okay, is there a snap count? For
snap
each of those
count
guys
for
that,
I could get you the
special
snap
teams?
count. Snap count for Eric Saubert 303, and a snap count for Luke Farrell or Farrell. I hate this name because I don't know how to pronounce it. 119.
Send him home, bro. Like what are we talking about the difference of 1 or 2% points on every grade out there, and then Saubert played 3 times as many snaps, and we gave this guy 11. Man, stop playing, man. Like no.
Look, and I see the comments out there. Listen, I'm not saying that he won't be good. I'm not saying that the kid might not have potential. Oh, okay. I'm just saying, why are we investing money, cash, guaranteed money? Isn't that what he pays out of his pocket? Why are we investing the cash?
Million guaranteed.
I feel like this is a legit.
Never even been in the end zone in his entire professional
no
career.
Touchdowns. At least Eric caught a touchdown. But
this guy had Wayne. He's been in the league for 4 seasons.
He came in 2021. Yep, that's the year we drafted Trey Lance. Is that
averages,
draft?
Yes.
That's COVID.
He averages 9 receptions a year.
Ooh, Mike. Cam Latu and them were the year with Brock. I'll be off sometimes in my draft years. That's why I'm asking. Was Cam
Latu.
Latu and Braden Willis the Brock years or the Lance years?
That was 2023. Cam Latu. I think Brock was the year.
Okay, because you're right. No. Yes, you're right.
Brock was 2022.
And then
He was the year
Latu
before
and
Cam
Willis were the tight ends after
The
that?
year after.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think, like, did
I'm
we
sitting here
miss
talking
anybody
all
going
this
back
junk,
to
and this kid,
2021?
watch him come out here and be like a 8.
Oh, he gonna be, yeah, man. He gonna be a phenomenal prospect for the Niners. He's probably gonna catch 5 touchdown passes. He gonna block his behind off. Like he gonna be dope. Maybe in the right system, the Niners system, which is a difficult system. It's complex.
Trash. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yo, it's so hard
That's
to bite my tongue
too,
on this.
but I felt like I used to say that word before that motherfucker. Before he said it, I was saying trash. I got questioned that I needed to learn a new word. You know what I'm saying? He don't get questioned, but
He
trash.
say it with swag. He
Yeah,
said, yeah,
trash.
he say it. He was trash. I'm calling it like I see it, and then prove me wrong. Then prove me wrong. That's all. Prove me wrong.
Look. All I'm saying is, we gonna see. You know what, Mike? We got to do. We got to wait and see about Luke Farrell. We got to wait and see. We just got to wait and see. We got to see what he's asked to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what he's asked to do. Now, my man Oscar, shout out to Oscar out there, member of the Breezy Bunch crew, says, I wouldn't call it a splash. He calls it more like a dunk. You secured someone that blocks well, is a red zone target. He's affordable at 6.5 annually over 3 seasons with 11 guaranteed, and he's only 27. So he gave us all the pros. Now, do you equate, if he doesn't have any production in the red zone, that still makes him a target though, right? Like he still gives him.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I mean, see, like Kyle don't do those things that we be wanting him to do.
maybe
Like, you know how it's like, use the blocker, and then eke him out. Like, he did it with George Kittle. Like, that's. He's 6'5". He's 6'5".
He's a big target. 6'5" can work. 6'5", 250.
6'5" is Jawan Jennings. Like, he's not, man.
Jawan Jennings is a big target. We talked about. Oh, you know what? Let's see how tall Eric Saubert. 6'5".
It's the same guy, just
253.
Wait a minute. I know what John Lynch said.
Huh?
He said we need to stop spending so much cash and get younger. Tell me their ages. Boom. There it is. That's what it was.
Okay.
I figured it out.
Okay.
I figured it out.
Okay. It's a 4-year. Maybe I don't know the ages, but it's an age difference. I mean, Saubert goes back to Kyle's first draft, and then Farrell goes back to 2021. So you're right. Now,
So
Jerry
boom.
says this is to fortify the O-line and let Kittle receive like we've been asking him to because he's such a better blocker.
Because we got those 100 snaps to prove that, right? Like, that's what we're doing it based off of. I appreciate them trying to be positive. It's cool. It's cool. I like them attempting to be positive because right now this is all the Niners have to hang their hat on right now. This is it. It's been the Niners are linked to this guy and they're linked to that guy, right?
Speaking of link, let's talk about a link before we get into our last
let's do it.
Free agent signing. So the Niners are somehow linked to quarterback Jameis Winston. And I want to talk about this. They're in conversations with Jameis Winston. The 49ers are in conversations. 49ers are in conversations with Jameis Winston. Mike, what is your take on that? Would you like Jameis Winston to be a backup quarterback here?
Absolutely. 100%. We said this. Well, we had a conversation about Jameis Winston at the end of the season.
We did our quarterback show, so I'm curious to know, or did I do my own quarterback show? I can't remember, but I asked who would back up Brock. I can't remember if he was one of the ones.
He was one of the people I was talking about.
Yeah.
I said I think that he would be a nice spark plug, and if we need him for 3, 4, 5 games, he would be able to hold out. I do think that we could use Jameis Winston. Absolutely.
The Niners said that they were looking for a veteran. The first veteran that was linked to the 49ers was Joe Flacco. The second veteran that would be linked to the 49ers, to me, would be Jameis Winston. what's the other kid that came out in the draft from Oregon? Marcus Mariota. That would be, to me, that tier. Andy Dalton, I believe, is re-signed. So, because to me, this solidifies that they're about to pay Brock Purdy, and they're not looking to spend a lot of money on a backup quarterback, right? But the backup quarterback that you bring in is going to be a veteran, and regardless of what his production is on the football field, if he throws 5 interceptions a game and you win, you live with it. If he throws 5 interceptions in a game and you lose, you live with it.
You know the difference with Jameis Winston's 5 interceptions in the game and Brock Purdy's 5 interceptions in the game?
What's the difference, bro?
One of those guys you feel like you might be able to get some of them touchdowns back.
Yeah, because Winston gonna go back out there. It's like, I threw 5.
And he gonna keep slinging it. Yes. I'm gonna keep doing this until it gets right. Right? I might finish the game with 5 interceptions, but I promise you I'm gonna have at least 4 touchdowns. I promise you I'm gonna have at least 4 touchdowns.
I just think Jameis Winston would be. It does 2 things for me. It satisfies the constraint of Brock Purdy just being the guy and they being all in on Purd. And if anything was to happen to Purd, they know that they got a solidified backup veteran quarterback that's played on several different systems and can win you a game or 2 games or 3 games. Like, that's what he can do. And so I'm kind of hoping this happens, because I think the Niners, this free agency goes veterans. And I know it's against that getting young. My theory is they get young in the draft. And they get those solidified veterans on those 1 to 2 year deals, Mike, that expire and won't keep them contractually bound for years to come. I don't expect them to go after any of those type of free agents. If they do, I think the 49ers are literally going to try to find a way to bring back our guy Dre Greenlaw, even though it's a bidding war right now. You got the Broncos, you got the Raiders, and you got the Texans and the Titans and the Cowboys.
The Dolphins.
And the Dolphins.
Yeah, I heard the Dolphins were in on them also. So, did we sign anybody? Okay, let me not say sign because I know that free agency hasn't officially started yet. Are we rumored to have signed anybody else? That's
yeah.
Right,
so Patrick Taylor, and it's weird how it was worded because he was set to become a free agent, but because he's already a 49er, I'm not sure why Adam Schefter didn't say he re-signed with the 49ers, but they said extended. And so he got a 1-year extension on his deal. And so they're agreed to terms with the San Francisco 49ers. So, Mike, I got to ask the question. The 49ers, now, just currently on their running back roster, you got Christian McCaffrey returning from the injury. You got Jordan Mason as a restricted free agent. You got Isaac Areno going into year 2. You got Israel Abanaconda, all right, that they brought in last year. And now you have Patrick Taylor Jr. that is signed his 1-year deal, a 1-year extension, Mike. So who might be the odd man out here? There were rumor talks about Jordan Mason being traded. Do you feel like Mason is on the outskirts?
No. Mason's the guy until he's not, in my book. Now,
so if I'm a team and I'm willing to give you a 3rd-round pick for Jordan Mason and you have a running back, dang, I couldn't even finish the question. But that
no, if a team is willing to give me a 3rd-round pick for my backup or my 3rd string, he gone. He gone.
I mean, it's good for him because he'll get the opportunity of earning a starting spot. He's not going to get that here unless there's an injury. We know how Kyle does with his running backs, right? He's just going to rock with the running back until the running back limps off the field, and then the next man up, right? Next man up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. But welcome Patrick Taylor. Welcome Luke Farrell to the 49ers. It's not official until Wednesday, ladies and gents. So, it's not official. Nope, right. It's not official till Wednesday. Wednesday, we'll be back. We'll be doing our mock draft, all right, pre-free agent or during free agency. So this should be interesting. And Mike, congratulations to the 49ers that are no longer 49ers, that got themselves some really big deals. Like, you know what I'm saying? So round of applause. Yeah. Jalen Moore to the Chiefs.
Let's talk about these guys. Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell to the Chiefs. Let's start there. 2 of our former players going to the Chiefs. Elijah Mitchell, I have a funny feeling he's going to be as healthy as an ox and I bet you $1 if he's healthy that he beats out Isaiah Pacheco for the starting running back spot.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. He's a backup.
You want to put $1 on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, dollar on it.
Yes, sir. $1 and a dream.
In a dream. $1 in
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do it.
$1 in a dream.
I like it, man. But no, look, all jokes aside, I was surprised that he got signed. We know about his injury history. But then again, like the Chiefs do that. They do the whole injured running backs thing. You know what I mean? So they'll get guys that are coming off of IR and be like, yeah, we want him. So they do that. Then they get McKinnon from us the same way. Like McKinnon off of our IR and then goes over there to win a Super Bowl with them and stuff like that, right?
Correct.
This is not
and he was an intricate part of their offense too, by the way.
Yes.
And he no longer had dead legs, by the way.
Yeah, just came healthy out of nowhere. But I think the bigger signing for the Chiefs from the 49ers is Jalen freaking Moore.
Yeah, man.
And gentlemen.
Patrick Mahomes is going to get him a blind side. Like this is dope for Jalen Moore. Like really good opportunity. He's going to be the starting left tackle there. And he's coming off an injury too, but this is like the Chiefs. I mean, when you got the bread, man, you make stuff happen. In my opinion, the Niners weren't desperate at the left tackle spot, and I feel like even though the report said that they were going to be in on the bidding war for Jalen Moore, once the Chiefs guaranteed what was it, $20 million, the Niners was like, they were like, I'm out.
Yep. He said, "Wrap, baby, wrap it up."
He said, "I'm out." So that's going to be interesting. Kareem Hunt. Somebody asked, "Was he a free agent?" He is a free agent. So I think he's good as gone, and he'll get picked up. Injuries happen to running backs. A lot of these running backs are going to remain free agents. Just want to put that out there. The draft will happen first, so don't expect a bunch of running backs to get signed. But for the Chiefs to go with Elijah Mitchell, that was pretty spot on. Speaking of offensive lineman, Aaron Banks literally broke the bank in Green Bay, bro. I don't even know what his deal is. What is Aaron Banks' deal? 4-year, $800,000 million or something like that? Like
I don't recall what the deal was. I saw that as I was driving home from work, so I don't know exactly how much he got. But I heard a lot of people saying that the Packers overpaid. And here's my question. If he's not paid as a top 10 inside lineman, interior lineman, how is he overpaid? And maybe he is getting paid top 10 money.
I don't understand why people are saying that they overpaid. If it's a 49er fan saying that, I get it. Because we know, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he might fit their system better. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like they run the same type of offense we run. So you're gonna, first of all, in free agency, you're gonna overpay. Like everybody, because we overpay for a tight end. So let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
All right. So in free agency, you're gonna overpay. It was a 4-year. This was thank you, Niner Faithful. 4-year, $77 million deal. You know what's funny?
4-year. Did you say 70?
77. Thank you, Niner
70s.
Faithful. Thank you, Charles Limp. Appreciate that for the numbers in the live chat. Appreciate that. To us, it's an overpay. But if they feel like they're going to get an interior offensive lineman, that I felt like Aaron Banks was dominant in the run game. I just thought his pass pro was terrible. Like, it just wasn't good. When Trent wasn't out there, he wasn't good. When Trent was out there, he was good. It's weird.
This guy is coming in at an average of just over 19 a year. Whew. Is he playing left? He's going to play left guard.
He's going to play left guard. Yeah, he's going to play left guard. So, I mean, look. That'll put him what?
That puts him at third for left guard.
For left guards. I mean, it's just time. Like, the thing about signing free agents is when it's their time. I mean, we can't get mad. It makes sense why the Niners, you know what I'm saying, aren't going to overpay for a guy that they had, right? Because the Niners are working the formula. Shout out to Peachy. She says, thanks for them comp picks, right? So the Niners are going to overwork this formula. They're going to overwork the compensatory pick formula, right? And so They do exactly what they need to do. They build their guys up. Mike McGlinchey, are we getting his comp pick this year, or like do the comp picks happen the following year after they get their deals? I don't know when we get the comp picks, but
It's 2026.
for who? For this guy?
So yeah. So
Okay,
Banks
so
will get us a pick
so
in
this year we'll be
2026.
using, or we used Mike McGlinchey's last year, is what you're saying? Or are we using it this year? Because last year.
Mike McGlinchey we used last year because he's been going
Right.
for 2 years.
So my point is, we're getting these compensatory picks, and we're getting these extra third round picks, fourth round picks, whatever the formula is. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I didn't think. It's not that I did not like him. I never thought he fit what the Niners were trying to do offensively, and I think going with the experiment of getting the big fella from Notre Dame hindered the 49ers offense just a little bit. I just think it did. It's just my opinion. But they went that route because they didn't want to do what? They didn't want to re-sign Laken Tomlinson, who was coming off of a Pro Bowl year, because they had drafted this kid and he was going into year 2, remember?
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this works. And certainly last but not least, before we dip up out of here, Talanoa Hufanga.
Well, wait.
Oh.
Real quick. Sorry. Before we touch on Huff, real quick. What's going to happen to Elgton Jenkins? So he was their right guard for Green Bay. He just signed a 4-year extension in 2022. I mean, he was their left guard.
Maybe he moves to right.
Interesting.
I mean, look.
Okay.
You have to trash. You have to look. I know I created the. I might not have said it like that, but man,
Right.
Listen. Nah, shout
All
out
right.
to
All right, so Huff, here we go. Talk about overpaid.
what was Huff's deal? I don't know. I don't know the deals
Too
off the
much.
top of my head.
Too much, always too much, always too much.
Or never too much?
No, it was definitely too much, always.
Oh, but okay,
Doom.
okay, I got you. You changed the words to the song.
So
Got you.
Yes, I did. I did a little bit of a remix there. Hufanga deal comes in at 3 years, $45 million. Is that right?
That's a
yes,
good
sir.
deal, though.
Includes $20 million guaranteed.
That's a good deal. Niners weren't paying that after drafting 2 safeties. They just weren't paying that. Like, you get what I'm saying? They weren't paying that. After they already draft. If the Niners didn't draft Malik Mustafa last year, we'd be having a different conversation. But the fact that they drafted Malik and then they saw what they had in Malik is the Mustafa replacement. I don't know if everybody notices that, but
You mean Hufanga?
Hufanga, sorry.
Yes.
Malik Mustafa is the Hufanga replacement. I don't know if people notice that, but that dude shoot like a missile. And that's what Hufanga was before pre-injury. That's who he was. He lined up around the line of scrimmage and fire off, right? I think they both still have their flaws in coverage, but that's a whole nother conversation. The Niners can address the safety position, but the Niners got 2 safeties on their roster. I believe they have somebody on the practice squad as well. So they have guys where they're flexible. They can go into the draft not needing a safety, giving us the illusion, and then pluck one out of the air that fits what they're looking for. My only issue with the 49ers is please don't draft another Malik Mustafa. Please don't draft another Jair Brown. Please don't draft the box guys. Find somebody that can play center field.
In space.
In space. It has the speed. And there's several speedy safeties that you could go. If you can't get Eman Worry, no worries. You could get another guy. Just make sure he runs in the 4-4 range. That's it.
Yeah. That's it. I'm happy for all the guys that departed, man. Shout outs to you guys and best of luck. Honestly, I want to see all these guys succeed. I know I sat here and had some fun and said that Huff was overpaid and all that stuff. I like his heart. He plays with all heart. So I want to see those guys go out there and do well. Y'all know I've always defended Aaron Banks since the day we drafted him, mainly because of the hate that he got, and I like cheering for underdogs. Elijah Mitchell, I said that when he was healthy, he was running just as good as Christian McCaffrey was, if not better in that same year. So, I want to say good luck to all those guys out there, man. For real.
Before we go, I'd like to end the show on a couple of questions before Mike sends us home with our outro. My man, Boss, what free safety y'all like and want? Mike, I don't know if you have any in your queue loaded up. All right, so it's Nick Emmanwori for me out of South Carolina, 6'3", 4'3", like 4'4", 4'3". Forgot what he ran. I think it was 4'3", 4'3", 9, 4'3", 7". Anyway, speed, range, interception ability, ball hawk, can play in the box, but mainly he's the deep guy. He's going to be he may even be a late first-round pick. See, what's happening is we're not the only team that's filling holes. So every team is going to mostly likely go into the draft with the illusion of they don't need any of these players to fill holes. So we don't know who's going to take who. I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners drafted a safety in the first round, a position they never address early. Maybe that changes with Robert Saleh. Maybe that changes with Ray Brown, our defensive backs coach. Maybe they make some amendments to the way we look to attack this particular draft, right? Last year, Mike, first time in this regime last year that they went corner in the second round. First time. So we might see some things change a little bit, man. I know people are going to be feeling, oh my gosh, we need offensive line. We need offensive line. Yeah, we do, and we're going to get them. Trust me. But that doesn't mean we're going to get him in the first round. So I just want to put that out there. Last but not least, Charles Limp, Khalil Mullins, running back. What you think? Do you know anything about my guy from Michigan? Because I don't want to sound biased.
Nada.
All right, so what you're going to get from Mullins is you're going to get a pretty speedy guy. Now, he didn't test. He didn't show up to the Senior Bowl as well. He was invited to the Senior Bowl, didn't do Senior Bowl, and he also didn't show up to the Combine. He was invited to the Combine. He didn't do that as well. But what I do know from him is you're going to get a guy that runs low to the ground. He's not like Blake Corum coming out the year before. But what he does is he provides that. He reminds me of Tevin Coleman, the younger version of Tevin Coleman, though, the one with the speed. Okay. And he can hit the outside zone very well. They ran outside, they ran power, so he could do both. You're not going to see
Is his name Khalil or Kal-El, like Superman?
But I feel like it's Kal-El.
Okay, they didn't do the hyphen in there.
No,
because Superman is spelled the same way, but there's a hyphen.
That's dope, and I never knew that. Even though I knew that, but I didn't know how it was spelled. I knew the name, didn't know how it was spelled. So,
okay.
And we got
was super random. I did not mean to cut you off. I'm
no. You can always cut me off. And we got a super chat contribution from Jax Knox. Thank you for the $2 contribution. Are you guys? And you, Mike, you get to answer this one. Are you worried about Sam Darnold?
Trash. No, I'm not worried about no Sam Darnold. I wasn't worried about Sam Darnold when he lit us up during his day here against Minnesota. I didn't care about him.
And that shouldn't have even happened. Like that, right. I don't even know how that happened. What happened was Jair Brown. What happened was, never mind. Never mind.
Had the whole damn NFL fooled. I am so glad. Give the Seahawks a round of applause for wasting their money. Damn it. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it right there. That's what I'm talking about. So good for them. And thank you, Seattle, for guaranteeing that we win 2 more games.
Oh, yeah, man.
The Niners at least right now are 2-15, baby. Right now.
I'll think the Niners, just real quick, Mike, in the NFC West, are we 1, 2, 3? Damn sure
right
not
now?
4. Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we closer to 4 than we are to 3.
But we're 3.
I think 3, but like by
Seattle will
like
be 4.
But like a fart, yeah.
I feel like we're better than Arizona, bro. Like I don't know how.
I don't know about that.
I definitely know about that.
Is Kyler still there?
Yeah.
We got to see what they do.
They did make some free agent moves.
We like 3.9.
They're making moves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just talking about as far as you know what? Let me reframe that. As far as in free agency.
Oh, we definitely forwarded. We signed
Seattle's
a guy that
because they got Sam Darnold. So you think Seattle?
At least they improved what they thought. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
They got a quarterback.
We got
and got rid of a wide receiver.
They got rid of a wide receiver. They got rid of 2 wide receivers.
Yes. We trying to get rid of the second one right now.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, I don't know any team that's gonna be dumb enough to take that contract, but. What do I know?
See what
Mike,
happens.
Send us home. Shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew one more time. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on your way in. Subscribe to the channel and support our sponsors over at residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy. Thank you for tuning in to the Bam Damn Show. Is that a snowman?
It is a snowman shirt because the weather's so nice out here. I got mad, so I wore a snowman shirt.
Okay.
Yes, I did. It's beautiful out. I can't wait to go for a walk. All right. We are live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is The BAM Show.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.